everyone, it's Diego Reyes for CNN Philippines 10, where we break down major stories from here and abroad into bite-sized facts in 10 minutes. President Bongbong Marcos has approved the proposed 5.768 trillion peso national funding for next year. This reflects a 9.5% increase from this year's 5.268 trillion pesos. Budget Secretary Amena Pangandaman says the proposed budget will continue to prioritize expenditures outlined in the Philippine Development Plan. It will be submitted to Congress a few weeks after Marcos' second State of the Nation address on July 24. The chief executive also gets down to business to finalize the budget of the agriculture sector for next year. Marcos, who's also agriculture chief, says a big chunk will go to the local production of commodities like rice, corn, livestock, and fisheries.
For this year, and I wanted to talk to the USECs and the other bureau chiefs kung ano yung kailangan natin na ipaglaban doon sa budget. The best way to improve, to first of all, availability and to keep the prices down is to have a good level of production na hindi tayo nabibiktima na tinatawag na imported na inflation, which is what's happening now kasi napipilitan tayo mag-import.
Marcos says more funds will be allotted for the Cooperative Development Authority or CDA. He points out the need to strengthen farmer cooperatives to bring down production costs.
One of the first steps that we must take if we are going to lower the price of production, the cost of production, is to mechanize the system. You cannot use the big for production and post-production na mga technologies kung maliliit masyado ang farm rate.
The president also bears plans for a major farm-to-market road project which he says will prevent a rise in prices similar to what happened to onions. Aside from beefing up production, Marcos says that the DA will also focus on addressing smuggling and hoarding. Meanwhile, Health Secretary Ted Herbosa gets a warm welcome as he formally assumes his role, which coincided with the department's 125th founding anniversary. Herbosa says service should keep in mind human value.
The thing I want to change, masyadong regulatory. I know they want it to be regulatory to promote good governance and prevent corruption. But I think we should also not forget that there's a human side in health. And the way we deliver and govern should be humanistic. Makatao. Dapat makatao yung regulasyon, yung pagpatakbo at pagtulong sa ating mga ospital.
Herbosa lays out his 8-point action agenda, which includes universal healthcare, preparedness during crisis, the rights and welfare of healthcare workers, and protection against any pandemic. The health chief also acknowledges the leadership of former officer in charge Maria Rosario Vergere and vows to continue the good governance and reforms in the agency. Vergere says Herbosa's plans are in sync with what she began as OIC. For book lovers, bad does good. That's the theme of Big Bad Wolf, the biggest book sale in the world, as it makes a comeback after 3 years. Its co-founder Jacqueline Nang is happy for Pinoy book lovers' warm welcome.
Over the last 2 years, at least the first 2 years, we are not allowed to have any events. I mean, across all the 15 countries, not just our home country. So that was really tough. But one thing that was great coming out from the pandemic is that people really went into reading. Philippines is quite unique compared to our other countries. It's very equally. The interest of books, different type of books, is very equal.
Okay.
So we have
That's good.
Yeah, in terms of our sales, like 1/3 of our sales will be fiction books,
Right.
1/3 will be non-fiction,
Yeah.
and 1/3 will be children, which is very unique. Compared to our other statistics in other countries. So I guess it shows that Filipino customers really read across all genres.
There are over 2 million books to choose from at the Big Bad Wolf. Members can also score exclusive offers and discounts. The biggest book sale is slated until July 3 from 10 a.m. to 1 in the morning. Ateneo de Manila was listed as the top university in the Philippines at 84th place in the 2023 Asia University Rankings produced by Times Higher Education. Ateneo was the only Philippine university that made it to the top 100 in the ranking that includes 669 universities across 31 nations. Performance indicators of the ranking include teaching, research, citations, industry income, and international outlook. Ateneo had an overall score of 47.4. The University of the Philippines, meanwhile, was ranked within the 201 to 250 bracket with an overall score of 35.5 to 38.1. It was previously the top Philippine university in 2022. De La Salle University placed third among Philippine universities in the 501 to 600 bracket, while Mapua University ranked fourth, placing in the 601 plus bracket. And speaking of universities, Yancey Panugon, who was raised by her grandmother with one blind eye and half-deaf uncle, completed her degree at West Visayas University. Not only that, she graduated summa cum laude and class valedictorian. According to Yancey, her lola did not mind her condition to get into different jobs to raise and support her. Her classmates and teachers were also a big help for her, because for Yancey, life is a collaboration and not a competition. For 42-year-old Reneline Dimla, age doesn't matter in reaching one's dreams as she is set to graduate kindergarten. According to her, she is a no-read, no-write person because she lost interest in studying before. When she already had a child, Reneline struggled with teaching, so she decided to study as well. Now she dreams of continuing her studies until college to further help her family. In sports, Soto got another shot at making his NBA dream a reality as he will join the Orlando Magic in the upcoming Summer League. Soto's agent Tony Ronzoni confirmed this development to CNN Philippines. The Summer League, which will take place from July 7 to 17 in Las Vegas, is an off-season tournament where prospects can showcase their skills in front of NBA scouts, coaches, and team executives. The 7'3" Soto has participated in the training camps of the Utah Jazz, Dallas Mavericks, and New York Knicks in the past few weeks. The 21-year-old is part of the Gilas Pilipinas pool for the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup, which the country is co-hosting this August. Three-time NBA champion coach Phil Handy is in the country for the first time where he will carry out clinics with elite teams and coaches. Handy was a part of the Lakers' championship run during the 2020 NBA bubble in Orlando. He also won two historic championships with the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016 and the Toronto Raptors in 2019. The NBA player development coach Handy was personally trained icons such as Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Pau Gasol, and Kyrie Irving. Handy says he's eager to witness firsthand the Filipinos' passion for the game.
I know that the PBA is a very good league. It's got a great reputation, and a lot of guys have come here and played for many years. And just the culture of basketball here is very strong. I've always heard that the love for the game of basketball in the Philippines is at a high level. So it's an absolute pleasure for me to be here. I'm going to treat them the same way I treat our Laker players. That's what they can expect. Anytime I step on the floor, it doesn't matter the athlete, doesn't matter the gender, doesn't matter the skill level. They're going to get Phil Handy and whole.
The film Beanie Bubble is out now on Apple TV. It's about the popular 90s toy Beanie Babies, but behind the cute stuffed toys is the intense competition between the founders of the business. Fans of One Piece, here's a new peek to the live-action adaptation of one of the popular anime series and mangas in history. In the teaser trailer, viewers can see how the Straw Hat Pirates crew was formed. It includes beloved characters Luffy and Nami. The live-action One Piece series will be out on Netflix starting August 31st. For Super Mario fans, Nintendo Switch will release a new video game about Princess Peach. She's the leader of the Mushroom Kingdom and known as the damsel in distress of the Super Mario franchise. This is the first Super Mario game since 2005 that has a princess lead. And now, for a 10-second trivia. Who is known as the mother of Philippine dancing? Alice Reyes, Francisca Reyes Aquino, Leonor Orosa Goquinco, or Lucrecia Reyes Ortula? Francisca Reyes Aquino is known as the mother of Philippine dancing. Born in Bukal, Bulacan in March 9, 1899, Francisca is the first national artist for dance. She was dedicated to preserving Filipino heritage through studying and teaching folk dances. She even traveled to different provinces to record their respective dances. And that's it for CNN Philippines 10. I am Diego Reyes, giving you news you can use. News you can trust in 10 minutes. Thanks for joining me today, and see you again next time.